Most first home buyers think the process begins as soon as they find a house, when in reality, a lot of mistakes and errors happen before this. Hi, I'm Marie. I am a property funding advisor here at Trilogy Funding. I've been working in this industry since 2018. 3 of those years I have been a mortgage broker. In those 3 years, I have specialized primarily with first home buyers, as in my experience, I know there's a lot to know and a lot to remember. It is important to have someone there alongside you, guide you through the process, and hold your hand. If you're a first home buyer and you don't know the first thing to do, the second thing to do, or even the third thing to do, that is why I am here. And I am here to break down the steps of what you need to know and understand before you buy your first home. Some first home buyers believe that the checklist is save a deposit, get a loan, buy a house, when in reality, it is not that simple. They assume the bank is going to tell you how much you need to save, exactly how much you're going to borrow. They will automatically assume that they are eligible for all of the first home buyer grants and concessions available. And they also assume that having a pre-approval locks you in automatically. This belief exists because your family, your friends, and social media oversimplify the process. The real first home buyer checklist starts well before you inspect your first home. Buying your first home is not just one step. Instead, it is a series of checkpoints. Those checkpoints include understanding your budget, what the bank will lend you versus what you can actually afford, confirming what incentives you actually qualify for, and structuring your home loan correctly from the start. And just remember, pre-approval is not a guarantee. You aren't always eligible for every single grant, and the lowest rate is not always your best option. Checklist item number 1, deposits and costs. A lot of people may think that your deposit is just saving 5%, 10%, or 20%, when in reality that is not the case. On top of those, you need to also consider your purchase costs. So things like stamp duty, which as a first home buyer should be exempt, but again, never assume. Legal fees, building and pest inspection reports, any lender application fees, and any moving costs are applicable. Checklist item number 2, borrowing power versus comfort. What the bank approves you for and what you can actually afford are 2 very different things once you factor in all of your ongoing costs. So that could be your gym memberships, insurances or strata costs on this new property. Anything that you're paying now, you need to consider and factor in later on. And checklist item number 3 is timing. Rushing before your numbers are clear and before you understand them can lead to unnecessary financial pressures, instant declines, or delays. For example, someone may be pre-approved for a loan amount of $750,000, but they know themselves after considering their budget that they can only afford $620,000 comfortably, and that in the long term makes all of the difference. Smart first home buyers follow a calm and well-structured approach. They get clarity on numbers early, they understand both their borrowing power and their affordability, secure pre-approval first before going and looking at houses, and they ask questions about their loan structure and plan post-settlement. They don't rush, they prepare. If this feels overwhelming, don't worry about it, that is completely normal. Most first home buyers feel behind because they don't have these checklists or checkpoints to follow through during the process, so they're very unprepared and uneducated. The education is what turns that uncertainty into confidence. Before settlement happens, you need to make sure formal approval has been issued by the lender and a new insurance policy has been taken out on your new property. Your final inspections have all been completed, so that one alludes to your building and pest inspection report. Your utilities are all arranged, so your utilities, gas, electricity, everything has been set to be connected on the day you move in. And lastly, we need to make sure that all of your funds have been confirmed before settlement, which will be done by your solicitor. So this includes the shortfall amount or the deposit remaining that you have left to pay on the property that wasn't used when you exchanged. After settlement, we need to regularly review your loan, make sure that you are building buffers in your offset account and understanding your options in the future as your situation changes. Being a first home buyer, purchasing your first property can absolutely be daunting. Like I said, there's so much information available and so much to learn, so many components that you need to understand in order to make an informed decision. Now, I've gone through a very broad checklist of things, moving parts in this process to remember and take on board when you do buy your first house. And obviously, it's not one size fits all. It will change depending on your circumstances, on your income, on your savings. Everybody is different. If you have any questions on the process or how to get started, I highly recommend booking in a strategy session in the link below, and I can have a look at your individual personalized circumstances and we can build a path forward. If you like this content and you want more tips about first home buyers and buying your first house, don't forget to subscribe.